All right, what's up, guys? This is Mark Augustine, and if you don't know who I am, I've been an entrepreneur for 16 years, drop shipping for 10, 11 years. I've had Jordan on my channel. He'll introduce himself, but Jordan is the CEO of OA Genius, maybe the most sophisticated Amazon and Walmart dropshipping software out there. And there's a link in the description to the free trial, so go check it out. But Jordan, could you introduce? You've been on the channel before. I'll put a link to some of the older videos, but introduce yourself. Who are you? How long you been in this business? How long you been in drop shipping? The whole nine.
Hey guys, Jordan here. Like Mark said, I'm the CEO and founder of OA Genius. Been in and around e-commerce selling and drop shipping for 12 plus years, 13 years, let's call it at this point. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm pretty well-rounded with regards to the softwares that are out there, the offerings that are out there for drop shippers, repricing. My previous life was repricing all day, all night. So worked on a piece of software for repricing for a bunch of years. Now starting to offer some of our own repricing offerings and software, and yeah, I mean,
So
there's
okay,
anything, let's just jump right into it. I guess Marquette probably has like a lot of questions for me, as always.
yeah. So what I want to start with is, over the years, drop shipping has changed, and you have people that started and stopped, and people that say it doesn't work anymore. What are you seeing from us? And we'll get into the new features that you're like one or two features you all have that works with the changes. But what
Yeah.
are you seeing? Are you seeing, just be straight up, are you seeing successful drop shippers? I mean, I can answer that. I
Yeah.
have a YouTube channel, but
Yeah.
are
So
you seeing, what are you seeing from your end?
the short and long answer is yeah. Just give me 1 second. I have to blow my nose. Sorry about that. Oh God. All right. So yeah, the short and long answer is yes. There are still thousands of people successfully drop shipping. I stick to my guns when I say this. Drop shipping, if you can manage to stay live on the marketplaces, is the best and maybe even close to the most profitable business model for selling on these marketplaces.
Yeah.
We've tried them all. FBA is good, but you're holding inventory and all the rest, and there's risks associated with that. Definitely not without risk. The drop shipping game comes with a bit of that. We've seen people diversify in many different ways, either by using different suppliers, like more obscure suppliers than just the regular, like Walmarts and Amazons of the world.
Yeah, because I did a video showing Zoro
Yeah.
to Amazon and Zara to Walmart, because you
Yeah,
still find
great.
crazy profits there. But yeah.
Yeah, we support that source to both those marketplaces. People are diversifying by buying new Amazon accounts. And when one gets shut down, they'll start selling on the other, right? And so on and so forth. And so I see people be successful with that, and maybe they get away with using the account for 8 months, maybe it's a year and a half, or maybe it's 3 years, right?
Right.
Before they get a suspension, right? And then it's just from there to the next account. Or reinstate a couple of reinstatements, along the way. You could get like a few of those freebies. And then maybe they'll shut down your FBM selling. But yeah, people have diversified into just like having more stores on hand just in case of the event. And like 3-4 stores can probably last you like 6-7 years. So like, I don't know what you want to do in between that time, but like, if you're selling like some of our high volume or better sellers, like I'm seeing people in profits in the ranges of, I'd say 10K and above is not not very difficult at all.
Right.
But we're seeing profits all the way up into the 150K a month.
In a month,
Range.
profit.
Yeah, profit. Mhm.
Wow. Okay.
I'm not
okay.
saying that's typical. That's
Yeah.
that's the high end of the spectrum. But I'm saying that that 10K is not unreasonable to achieve.
Well, let me talk
Profit.
about something that you mentioned with respect to suspensions. What I've seen is that when you worry about those suspensions consistently when you're selling 100, 200, $300,000 a month, right? So when you up to like making $15,000 a month profit, but there's an
Maybe.
account I've had for about, I don't know, 4 years now, and I've always kept it at $50,000, $60,000 a month in sales, which is $5,000, $6,000 a month profit, and you
Okay.
don't worry as much about those quick suspensions.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I can't say that with like 100% certainty. And definitely you have experience with this one account that you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I can't say that sort of like broad scale because I see some of our bigger sellers being on for a very long time.
Really?
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, but you know, and the other thing that you said was like at 300K, you know, like that's probably more along the lines of like 30 to 40K profit a month, right?
Right.
You were saying it was 10. You know, like I don't think like, you know, I think if you're not using like the Walmart or you know the Walmart or Amazon to each other, you can be looking at you know a lot longer lifespan. Doesn't matter if you're
If you're
shipping
lower, yeah.
100, 50K, 100K or whatever. Maybe you know lower, you know, less boxes getting to less people, less chance of somebody complaining about a box that's branded or something like that, or you know maybe. Also find it to be a little bit harder to keep metrics in check when you're not shipping that many boxes.
Right. Yeah,
Right?
because once
We're
you
talking
get
about the top line, right?
yeah,
You
yeah,
need
yeah.
the more boxes you ship, the easier it is to keep
To keep
your late
metrics.
shipment and cancellation rate and all the rest, right? The cancellation rate's like 2%, late shipments 4%. If you
Right.
ship 10 boxes, then you know then two of those is you know two boxes late is already 20%.
Right, right.
So but over 1,000 boxes it's a lot smaller percentage. So yeah, I mean like it's a bit of feel. There's a lot of veterans that have been in it for a long time, a lot of people that aren't willing to give up on it. There were some suspensions around Amazon maybe like 8 or 9 months ago.
Yeah, early in the year.
Basically coincided with the what I like to call the Walmart boom.
Yeah.
The setting up of Walmart accounts and drop shipping from Amazon to Walmart. And that went on for a bit, like really full steam. And then there, you know, so people moved from Amazon to Walmart. And then somehow there was like a couple waves of suspensions there. You know, a bunch of strong people still survived that one. Now it seems like Walmart's sort of, you know, pretty okay with everything that's going on right now. They're not suspending for that. So some people coming back to that.
Yeah, and you get it approved on Walmart relatively quickly.
It's okay. Oh, right now again?
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. So like, you know, it goes in waves, you know, like every few months, it's a different thing that they'll top down directive from the management teams over there, these marketplaces. And it's like, okay, let's get all the drop shippers. Let's get all, we'll focus on IP complaints and trademarks and do all the suspensions for that. It's always something, you know, like valid tracking more recently on Amazon became a topic, you know, where they're like, got really serious about that. And they're like, we'll suspend you just from this category because you're not shipping these things fast enough in this category, and their tracking is not valid. So it's always something a little bit different. When Walmart started suspending, then we saw Amazon accounts coming back again. People are back to Amazon. So like it's a bit of a migration pattern back and forth. Also seen like a lot of interest in the Facebook marketplace,
Right.
for drop shipping, which we will certainly be building out tools for in the coming year. Yeah, I mean, like, still alive and well and kicking. It's all about your appetite for wanting to do this business model over a different business model.
Right. And the problems that come up in this business model, it's not complicated. It's just work, right? Like, you have to just run the business tight, make sure it's delivered on time, you're not spending all the money, like you have a reserve, and you build in a business like a real business. You know what I mean?
That's right. Yeah. And there's risk for suspension, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But as long as you have a plan B, you can probably, you could probably cycle through that. Like, think about this business as like a 7 to 10 year span. If you have like two or three, Amazon accounts.
Right.
And that's like quite a bit of time if you're making, if you could consistently make 20, 30 grand a month, if you could see yourself doing that for 5, 6 years, 7 years, and, then you could do whatever you want.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kind of after that, right? Invest in other things. If the business is no longer for you, start diversifying a bit. In case it ever gets shut down, you don't want to go back to it or open another account and start over again. Like, there's plenty to do then, right? But in the short term, I see people come and go every day. There's always new people coming into the business. Specifically now, I'd say, like, after the suspensions on both sides, like, people who are still willing to get involved are seeing growth and profits that we've maybe never seen yet in this.
Yeah, because I noticed that I had jumped off of Walmart and jumped back on, and some of the listings that I've seen before, a ton of the people aren't there anymore. So now you're seeing profits of 20-25% again, which is bizarre.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happened, right? Like, so some people get hurt and roll over and die. And then other people come, are like, F this is a huge opportunity. Everybody else is gone. A lot of people are gone. I'm just going to crush it, So
because that's what Ty, when I did the interview with Ty, he's selling like 300, he sold $300,000 in November.
He's never done that before.
Yeah, right? Exactly. So
forget the fact that, like,
e-commerce before.
E-commerce is up, right? In general, retail and e-commerce just up year over year. Like, this is the biggest year for e-commerce and and retail sales ever. Right. That's just a product of the world that we're living in. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, like, Ty, he always does well. Like, he's very savvy and he knows what he's doing. But 300K a month, I mean, that's like on a store that was like pretty new, I think.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't a seasoned store. It was
it wasn't.
He got it and just went.
Yeah, he scaled up to that pretty quickly.
So do you want to, we were, before we jumped on a recording, we were talking about a feature that you guys implemented that is in a response to some of the people that want to change a bit of the business model. And I will do some follow-up videos in the future on the channel showing this, because I think it's something very important for some of the people who are like super risk averse, which is weird to me because drop shipping isn't a risky business to begin with.
Right.
But yeah, do you want to share your screen?
Yeah, let me see how I can easily do that. I don't know. Let me see what I can do here.
If it's taking a while, what we could also talk about is what has changed in the software since last you on the channel. Because when you're on the channel, there wasn't a lot of both Amazon and Walmart. I think you just launched Walmart listing. Yeah, and then there wasn't in-app repricing.
Yeah, so I can't get that. I can't pull that up all that easily without like showing parts of an account. So I'll talk about that feature.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about some of the other things that we have going on in the software.
Mhm.
So this feature is basically, somebody brought asked us for this,
Mhm.
basically. So like a lot of our requests come from our clients, and they end up getting, some of them end up getting built out. There's probably a few thousand people doing this business model after like all the suspensions with direct drop shipping from Walmart specifically.
Mhm.
But since we have inventory, price, and order management and automation, basically automatically placing orders on Walmart marketplace, Walmart.com
Right.
for your Amazon order. So like order comes in on Amazon, the product is being sourced from Walmart still. Some people are scared to drop ship that directly to the client. Our regular auto ordering would put in the buyer's information and ship it directly to them. That they might end up with a Walmart box on their front stoop,
Mhm.
and or a bag from DoorDash,
Yeah.
and no box and no tracking number on their doorstep, and be a little confused. Some people who are trying to legitimize still using Walmart as a source are opting to ship the items to themselves, whether it's at their house, a warehouse of their own, or a third-party logistic, and repackage it, or package it up for the first time. It gets to them for free, and then they have to ship it out to the client. And so there's basically like a shipping address override, is what we're calling it,
Mhm.
in the automatic ordering. And instead of shipping directly to your client, it'll ship directly to an address of your choice.
Right. Right.
And so that de-risks the whole. It's basically like a double drop ship.
Yeah.
There's a bit of complexity there. There's a bit of operational headaches probably there. But if you figure out the process, then certainly it could be a profitable business model. And we are seeing a lot of people doing it, especially since a lot of the Walmart direct to Amazon drop shippers have fallen off the face of the earth at this point.
Right. So you might extend the handling time, maybe like a day or two, receive it,
exactly.
and then all of your shipping to the Amazon clients is coming from this one location. So it's an actual fulfill my merchant process as opposed to straight drop shipping.
Exactly. Right? And you have your own box. You could put your own label in there. You could buy shipping directly from Amazon for it. It's completely legitimate. I mean, like full end-to-end solution. We're still monitoring the products. We're still monitoring the prices. We can change your prices in between. You just set a markup, that makes sense to account for the margin you'd like to make, inclusive of an estimated shipping price, right? Like maybe your strategy is like plus $8 shipping,
right,
plus X% or something like that.
Yeah.
For your minimum threshold, and same sort of thing for your maximum threshold. So
yeah, well, what we should do an actual rundown about that process, because when we talked about it, that is something that I tried with shoes, I want to say like a year and a half ago with another company. They were scraping a lot of shoe suppliers and they were shipping it to one location and then shipping it to the client. And it was very profitable and it de-risked all the drop shipping. So that is something, especially for 2022, for a lot of people that are freaked out about the drop shipping model. Maybe we should put together something and show exactly step by step how the process works.
Yeah, sure.
Because that's really exciting.
I don't have any preferred sort of like warehouses that can handle this for you right now. The people that sort of came to me are running their own warehouse.
Right, but you can do it from home. I mean, it's still a business model. You sit at home, you process the orders, it comes to your house, and you get it out. So
100%. That's how you can start with it. But if you hate seeing boxes, which is like what most drop shippers hate to see, then there's still a way to do it without actually touching any of the inventory. You just have to have a tight relationship with some sort of warehouse and a Slack channel open with them, and you give them access to your OAG account in the user panel, and they could see the orders coming in. They could scan the tracking numbers. They could scan the tracking number that's on the label to pull up the order so that they could print the label right into OAG. So there's definitely ways to streamline it.
I have contacts with a couple warehouses, so maybe I'll reach out to them this week and see.
Yeah, see what their appetite is
up.
for handling stuff like that, and it all comes down to what it's going to cost you for the box to rebox it, to tape it up, and ship it out. Those are the main factors to be working in.
Okay, and then what else has changed? What else has been added to the software? What else has changed?
Yeah, a lot has changed in the software. On the Amazon side of things, just a little bit more functionality and like maybe a few more sources this past year. A lot of functionality in 2021 and a few more sources this past year. So that's all fine and dandy, but the thing that we're most proud of is our which is now our Walmart dropshipping software. And there's a good reason for why we didn't just build it into our old system. We're building this new system that's currently being used for Walmart Marketplace with 3 or 4 sources right now, into an all-inclusive dropshipping management software, of which Amazon will be merged into. And it's built in a much more technologically savvy way, and the ability to accept new marketplaces into it and new sources into it are basically endless. Whereas we wouldn't be able to really add in new marketplaces like Facebook and Amazon, and Walmart into our old system. So our goal for the first month or so of 22 is to merge the 2 systems. So now there'll be one software that'll be managing both Amazon and Walmart selling. We have it all in one place. All of our sources and building out all the functionality, including new functionality into the new system. And we have a lot of really cool features and functions. You'll be able to manage all of it with all the sources out of one place. And then we'll add in Facebook and repricing and all the rest. Repricing is already worked into the Walmart software, so it's built into the app. So no need to use external repricer for Walmart anymore. Not only that, our Walmart repricer, although very simple, the in-app one, although very simple in terms of like the setup and the strategy, a lot more powerful than anything else that's out on the market. I think we spoke about this a little bit, but never really on camera. Basically, the information that's coming out of the Walmart APIs, not really surprisingly, is like 40 to 50% of the time incorrect. If you've ever worked within Walmart Marketplace, you'll see that like just things just don't make sense in their seller center.
Not at all.
Their APIs are not all that great. Their inventory management, like all of it's kind of like a little bit weird. And the same thing holds true and true for their APIs. So like the information that so some of the bigger guys in the repricing space for Walmart are getting from those APIs is incorrect. And what makes us unique is that it's not so easy to scrape information from Walmart. If you notice, if you try to place an order sometimes, or you're on a VPS or a VPN or whatever it is, you're going to get not only like Google CAPTCHAs, but you also get a press and hold CAPTCHA. And so it's not really that easy to get around those sorts of things. And so not everybody can just easily and readily scrape this information off of Walmart. we already know how to do that and have put, hundreds of hours into breaking these captchas and getting around them and getting the information off the front end of the website for our Amazon sellers, for the inventory price and order management and the auto ordering on Walmart. We are also using all that information about all of the SKUs on Walmart in our repricing strategy. So we'll hit the API, ask for the information about who the sellers are, what prices they're at, and what price I'm at. And then we'll double validate that information with the actual information on the website.
Okay.
So whereas like other repricers only get the first part, which we said when we matched it back to our actual data that end buyers are seeing is wrong 40 to 50% of the time. That's what everybody else is getting. If you're using our in-app repricer, then you're getting the right information. And so by default, that just makes your price correct more of the time.
Less errors.
Imagine like they're giving you a competition's price of X and you're repricing based on that, and you'll never get the buy box because that's not actually the price in the buy box.
Right.
It just makes no sense. We've got quite a few sellers on it already, and they're seeing exponential growth just because the information is correct, not because there's some sort of secret to repricing. I mean, repricing is repricing. Everybody has their own strategy. You do what you want to do up until you're min price.
Right.
The problem is if you're using the incorrect information about your competitors, then you can't have the right price. If you don't know the buy box owner's price, you can't price yourself into the buy box. And so if you ever scroll through any other competitors' softwares and just click out the links to go see what they're reporting the competition at and what's actually showing on the website, why you don't have the buy box, you'll see very clearly and very quickly why all that information is not
and
right.
Why do you think? Because that is a huge deal, because that would lower cancellations, that would lower the profit margins would be more accurate.
Absolutely. Yeah, it could increase. You could increase profit margins or decrease. It doesn't matter. I mean, in often cases, it'll go up and in some cases it'll go down. It doesn't matter as long as you're abiding by the minimum and maximum thresholds,
right,
that they're setting in the system. The thing is that you're going to make more sales. And sometimes even at better profits because
price is correct.
It's just so clear, but it's hard to it's funny to even say it, it's okay. Even on Amazon, their APIs are great, but they're not as fast as what you see on the website. Also, the price changes take 5 to 10 minutes sometimes to push through. So there is some discrepancy. I wonder if we'll probably use some scraping technologies as well when we build out the Amazon repricer, just to double validate the responses that we're getting from the APIs there also, and be the fastest ones out on the market.
Okay, nice. And then when you merge, so y'all are still in the process of merging the Amazon marketplace and Walmart marketplace together, right?
Exactly right. Yep.
Because when that is done, then you could use a lot of the same listings from other suppliers. Let's say using Zorro or VitaCost and so on. And then you're pushing listings to both Walmart and Amazon.
Yes.
Right? Yes. Because people are already doing that manually. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Walmart, Amazon, Facebook, Shopify, those are all in the plans. And also in the new system, told by my development team that adding new sources is is very, very easy, and we could probably do 2-3 sources a week if we wanted to. When the time comes. So yeah, I mean this upgrade is going to be huge for dropshippers. I mean, of course, more lines in the water the better. So tens of thousands of listings on 3 or 4 marketplaces and just swimming in orders all day. Out of one centralized area with as much automation as we possibly can give you. AO for more of the suppliers, automated ordering, for more of the suppliers. And just a money machine.
Yeah. Okay. And then is there any advice that you could give to anyone that wants to start in 2022 that's different than before?
That's why.
That's different than previously. Like previously, anyone would just jump. In my opinion, I think
Have
people
they
should
have
just
they been
jump for it.
selling before or not, like a brand new seller or
Yeah,
like
for a brand new seller, someone who's never sold before.
yeah, I just like, I always like to diversify my risk. You know, I see a lot of people jumping into FBA. That's not a problem. Actually, I know somebody who has like pretty good products, and they ship directly out of their warehouses to FBA for you and stuff like that. I may start shooting some of those products out to our lists as well. People who want to diversify a little bit into FBA also, but like you could get stuck holding that inventory. I don't really think FBA is completely without risk.
Right.
You know,
Not at
holding
all.
inventory is fucking suck. Could suck. Like Amazon could just come onto your listing and fucking cut your price, cut your legs off on the
And
price.
your return on investment is a lot is
It could be lower. It could be higher, right? Like,
depend on because
but
you're holding an inventory for a certain time, so that money isn't doing anything.
you're not turning the money, right? You're not getting the 2% cash back or your points on your credit card. So, you know, I'd say just try to diversify a bit in terms of having like second and third accounts just on the side.
Right.
You know, so start with one, that's great, but like directly after you have your team set up to run the store for you and you have 80% of your day back or 90% of your day back, start working on the bigger picture, the diversifications, running multiple stores at the same time, you know, and stuff like that. Definitely use as much automation as possible, set up your teams for success, whether it's us or somebody else. Definitely use something to stay organized. There are a lot of moving parts to the business. There's a lot of ways to get suspended outside of just dropship policy violations.
Yes.
By not keeping up with your metrics and stuff like that, that are mitigated by using good tools that will keep you and your teams organized. So put the best tools in front of them. And yeah, I don't see anything slowing down in 22. I'm already watching sales numbers. They dipped for a minute, like maybe a day or two after Christmas, right? Like from the few days before Christmas, because drop shippers can't get the products to their clients.
Right. So people
you know,
kind of slow down. Like the accounts that we're running, because I'm running like 3 eBay accounts, 2 Amazon accounts, and 1 Walmart account. And we stopped on the 20th of December and started back on the 25th, like the night of Christmas.
You shut them down, or
I shut them down the 20th
oh,
and then
okay,
started
yeah.
back the night of the
Yeah.
25th.
No need to do that. I guess, right? Like they would have sort of done that to themselves, you know, like in terms of like sales volume. So like, yeah, just like slight slowdown there. And now I'm seeing numbers that are basically in line with like beginning of December again.
Right.
Like across the board, just like right back into it. Like, I mean, unless you're selling only like holiday products and toys and games, like only,
Right.
like if you have a diverse product category, it's like household items, replenishables, office equipment, you know, tools and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
exercise equipment is a big one as well.
exercise, right? Like this stuff is year round. So like I said, slight dip, 20th till 27, 26, the beginning of this week, basically picked right back up. And
Yeah.
I'm seeing numbers like that were like first week of December again, which just leads me to believe that like almost the best month of 2021 is basically going to be like almost like the worst month of
2020.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the best month of?
Yeah, like December was the best month of 2021, right? I'm not seeing the slowdown that I've seen in previous years.
You mean previous years? It would
Yeah,
spike,
like,
and then you see a big dip in sales.
Yeah, it's like a big dip, like sort of January, like, you know, skating along, not terrible, right? Like
Yeah.
just like, but a much bigger dip. Now I'm not even seeing that. Like I'm seeing like a small dip here. So January will be in line with, you know, either December or November, and then just rocket ship from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, thanks, dude. I mean, that I just want to have you on really quickly. I mean, we those of you guys who are watching the channel, I'll put subscribe to the channel, like the video. I'll put a link to OA Genius for a free trial. I'll put a link to the Facebook groups. Let me know in the comment section any questions you have for me, any questions you have for Jordan. And I'm excited to see when you guys push out Facebook and everything else. You know,
Yeah.
I do a couple I've been doing on and off some product research videos, so I'll continue doing that because a lot of people are not used to using some of these other suppliers.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Zoro
you know, full transparency, we don't know so much about selling on Facebook.
Right.
So anybody out there who wants to help when we're building out the system, tell us what we need to build to make it awesome.
Okay.
We're totally open for that. You know, we have access to a lot of people who are selling on Facebook through the tracking number service. A lot of people are using tracking for Facebook.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, like, but we're open. So please reach out.
Okay, sweet. So all right, dude. Thanks a lot. We'll have you on the channel again. And guys, this when you see this video, let us know in the comment section if you want Jordan back on again. Okay.
If you don't, then I don't know if we could be friends.
If you don't want him on, say why.
Yeah. Yeah, he's ugly.
All right, dude.
See that one.
We'll talk a little bit.
Thanks,
All right.
Mark. Thanks, guys.